In this video, I'm going to show you every single hardcore world I've ever made. Some have some crazy builds, others not so much. We'll start off by showing my first ever world and make our way to my newest world. Alright, let's go. Alright, so this is my first ever world. We built this odd looking church that has villagers in it. These guys aren't very special. They maybe probably some sharpness. Anyhow, I don't know what happened to the path block. I think when Minecraft updated to a new version, the path blocks just disappeared for some reason. Like you can see around everywhere, the path is just gone. We had a tree farm that isn't even automatic, so very bad design. So this world was made in 2020, and it's my first ever world, so it's not bad, but it's not anything special. We built this odd looking tree, which is a terrible design. I would never approve of this. This was kind of cool, I guess. We built a golem statue, pretty cool. Now this was a pretty cool build. I can't remember where I saw it and how I want to build this, but I remember I built it and it looks really, turned out nice to me, in my opinion. Down here we built a little mine, or kind of like a mine all the way down to the normal mine. And all the way down, we got some strip mines, nothing much, some strip mines and some furnacing, I guess we used down here. And inside the house, we built this cool thing that leads all the way down to my enchantment table. Up here, we got some storage. Wasn't the greatest, but it did the job. In the house, in the room, this is all that was here. This world only lasted like 300 days, and it was all the way back in 2020, right? So it wasn't that long. It wasn't even 300 days. It was close to 300 days, almost getting there, and we died stupidly. All right, now this is the second world. So this I built right after I died. It's an upgrade. I like this castle I built, actually. I like it a lot. The way the staircase spirals, I think, is actually really cool. Again, I don't know what's going on with the path blocks. I guess when I did update, every world before that update got its path blocks destroyed. Again, this was probably 2020 also, maybe 2021 even, but that's when it was made. Now inside here is the villagers. I do like this idea, actually, of a castle for the villagers. I think it's actually pretty cool. We have a small farm, nothing special, didn't even do the job very well, actually. Some farmers in here. A bee enclosure, which I don't know where they are. Did they despawn with the update too? There seems to be no bees. We also built this creeper farm. That is right here. It's by Shulkercraft. I don't know if it works with the latest versions, but it did the job back then. Same with this iron farm, and I'm pretty sure it still works in the new versions. It's actually pretty good, even in late game. It's like you don't need much iron in Minecraft that much anymore, and it's pretty good. So now this is nothing special, but hundreds of blocks this way is this mega base. Now, again, I don't know why I thought this was good. I mean, it's not bad, but again, it's small and there's nothing special going on here. I got this design like from online, and I just didn't do the extra corner ones at all. I just made it 4. So it's kind of many. I mean, I guess I didn't finish it. I died too before I could. I don't know what I was doing with these chains. They're not that good at all. Like, at all. But yeah, I didn't finish it. So this is all that is here. And that's all for the second world. Now on to the big world. This is the world that everything changed. Nothing I build can top this house. I love how it was in the mountain. Everything was like lined up nicely. These would fall. I have like all the anvils in the world. We had a room which is also nothing special, but still, you gotta sleep, you sleep there. Here, sadly, we built this whole hallway and did nothing with it. So that's not important. But what's important is down here, which we made this giant storage room with iron blocks all the way around. We didn't get every block, but we had all the blocks that we did use. Every chest had its own individual item, even for dyes. And we didn't really fill everything out, but these are the blocks that I did use, so whenever I needed one, I knew where to find it. We'll start off with these farms. We had a It's pretty old design. I don't use railroads no more for collecting all this stuff, but this is a wheat farm, a lava farm, a cactus farm, which is huge, a sugarcane farm. We built a mini Japan, which was really cool. It didn't even take that long to make. This was definitely really fun though, and I like the blocks and all the colors incorporated with it. And then down the hill I made a little village of houses. No one really lives here though. These trees too, these were before the cherry biome came out, but these trees, if I do say so, they look pretty good. We built some volcanoes. I don't know why, but they're really short. Like this is tall, so that's not really accurate. We built some shops too, and we built a giant mansion on top of this hill, which was used as a wool farm. Building this tree was one of the first things I've also ever built in this world. I like that thing I did, which is actually really cool. You do this by layering glass multiple times. The tree was obviously not that good of a job either. It's kind of blocky-ish, but it looked good enough. I was also starting to get a netherite beacon, and like that's a lot of netherite. You know, it doesn't look like much, but it's a lot. Pretty sure we were all like almost halfway. That doesn't seem like almost halfway. A full thing is like halfway, so we were almost halfway technically, but we had this is 1,000 ingots. I remember calculating it was somewhere around 1,000 ingots. We got every head in the game in here. We put that turtle helmet in there, the trident, every ore here too. Yeah, a lot of them didn't get filled up. And here too, we had every rare item in the game, except for one. Except for one, because there was no other rare item in the game at the time. And these were pretty fun to build. These are just for looks. We had a turtle enclosure. To get that turtle helmet, we used this. Obviously, we even got some striders from the nether. And I don't know why they're standing there. That's not good. This guy's little knife. These guys. Yeah, maybe get in the lava. When the frogs first came out, I remember that. That was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. Try to get every variant we could. So we'll start with the overworld farms. This again is the same creeper farm that I had in my last world. It worked in this version. It still does work. I mean, it still works. But the sugarcane farm here. This right here is an iron farm. Now this would make 20,000 ingots per hour. We definitely don't need this much iron, but I just had it because I had nothing else to do. I also built this thing, which was from my first ever world. I kind of made it just because, you know, to remind me like what I first ever built, and this was pretty cool. We got the villagers in here, all set up. We got the villagers all set up. Oh my, we're gonna get out of there. That's loud. We also have this sheep farm here, which is useful, but that one in there is where we kind of moved them to, but we kept them. We also have the same iron farm here, again. Now we'll start with the nether, because why not? Now this, we built a little nether base, and it was pretty cool. Down here is where we mined all the netherite. Out here we go just into the normal nether. I don't like that. Like, I like the design. It's actually really cool. This spider design is really cool. But like, I don't like how it's so short. If I were to rebuild it, it'd probably be a taller portal, taller walls. But I like this design a lot, actually. Now all the way here and around, we have the now this was not that cool of a portal room. I don't like how small it is. I wish it was I wish I made it bigger, but what's really cool is what's in. Well, that was not supposed to happen. I guess it's fine. I think it'll go back. Anyway, what's really cool is what's in here. This is an Enderman farm. This is the base I was working on, which also did not get finished. I like these buildings. It was going well until this thing. I don't know what happened with this roof. It is the worst thing I've ever seen. I was also building this weird shape around it. It wasn't a perfect circle, but it was it was looking good enough, so I just stuck with it. Now back to the overworld. So this was actually my last build in this world. I was building this like, but when I died, like I was in the middle of building that. I built it right here because I wanted to move my base into this, and I wanted to be close to my main base. And I learned that from the other world, how it was like hundreds of blocks away. I didn't like it. So what I did is I kept it close to my main base, built giant islands surrounded with little ones, adding bridges. Was gonna add some cool stuff here. It would have been cool, and sadly the castle was not done. As you can see, I would have been moved in, but I didn't finish it. So down here I was going for like a dark forest with some mushrooms, some temples, some magical vibe going on. We also did the fog design here. Then I like some power source holding it up with some diamond blocks in the middle. Also, the chains were a massive upgrade. As you saw in the last one, they were pretty bad, but these were pretty good. And right here we have a gold farm, which is actually really useful. I have a frog lay farm, and when they're small, which is right now, they should fall. Oh, he's gonna land on the chain, of course. And there he goes, and he's gonna get eaten by a frog. Oh, and there he goes. And then this way we have a wither skeleton farm, and it works really good. These are the last wither skeleton skulls I had here before I died. And over here, pretty far away from home, in the middle of the ocean, we have a guardian farm. And right here is a trident farm. And further out this way, we have our raid farm, which I used to get all my totems, which I thought I was unstoppable and never gonna die, which I was technically right. You can't die unless it's a glitch. So as you can see, all these extra totems here. All of these extra totems. Yeah, it's a great farm. It's insane. And I guess right here we have a creeper farm that I tried making myself. Oh, I guess it works a little bit. Oh, it does kind of work. Oh, it works now. I guess it didn't work back then for some reason, but it does kind of work. Now this world is really cool, and it lasted 2,483 Minecraft days. That's a long time. And I made this world around 2023. So it was like almost 2 years of a world. And, you know, it was really fun and a lot of stuff to do, but I guess it's done now. Now how I died was actually in this house. And like I said, the only way when you have so many totems, the only way you die is by glitches, which is exactly what happened here. Don't jump into 80 boats. You'll get crammed. How this thing's supposed to work is you're supposed to jump in with your Elytra flying and the boats will launch you. But what I did here is I actually put these slabs like an idiot, because I knew damn well you definitely could not fit through a little slab block. Now the only reason I put the slabs is to look more minimalistic. I didn't like just having a giant hole in the wall. It was really annoying. So I put the slabs to make it look a bit more cleaned up, and look where it got me. You know what's crazy? I do have the video of my death for this world. Roll the clip.
Okay.
Yeah, don't jump into 80 boats. On to the next world. Now this is my most recent world, and I'm actually alive. See, I made this world, and it's nighttime. You see, I made this world because, you know, I died. Like, there's nothing in this world. Literally, nothing. There's this, but that's not even finished either yet. This was my house, as you can see. It's broken. I didn't like the house. I broke it. It's gone. But I did keep the basement because it has everything. As you can see, we have a storage room. It's not as good as the last one. Not even close. We do have a stone farm here. We have a string farm here, which is used to trade for emeralds. Right here, sugarcane farm, which is actually weaker. It's smaller. It doesn't do much. Cactus farm I made smaller too, and it actually still gives me a lot of cacti. Still gives me a lot of cacti. In here, I like to call it the fountain of golems. If I go in there and hit one, I think I'm dead. So I like to stay away from it. In here, we have our trading hall, which, as you can see, some of them are missing. I took them over here. That's something cool that I'll show you guys soon. In here, this is the villager breeder where we just breed them and give them beds. That's it. So now, this. I wanted something cool for the villagers, and I thought that a coliseum would be perfect. So in here, we built a coliseum. Now this is sick. It's not done. There's more to the roof I could add. But in here we put markets, which every kind of trading villager was going to go. I haven't finished that yet. And here's the rain, which also has a beacon just temporarily. And down here, we got the dungeon, where we got the librarians of every good book. We got looting, sweeping edge, sharpness 5, thorns, protection 4 is going to go there, mending, everything you can think of, which is why we're moving them all here, getting every single book in the game. We also got every single achievement until the new update just came out. Now this way we have the same iron farm but 2 levels shorter, and the only reason for that is because I put a chunk loader. And chunk loaders make it run all the time. And I do not need 20,000 an hour all the time. Like, as you can see, this is running all the time. 2 layers. I have more than enough iron. A lot more than enough. We don't need it. And we have this creeper farm, which, you know, they all work the same, these creeper farms. Like, there's literally not one better. It's mainly about the layers you put into it, but they all work the same, so don't worry about it. Now, if you go into the nether, fly all the way out here until we get to this portal. And when we go all the way through, we will see this masterpiece right here. Have you ever seen anything like this? We built this in Hardcore Survival. And I built this because I wanted a mega base, and only when I was like done, I realized I just don't want it. It's empty. There's nothing here. I don't want any of it. I don't like the way it looks on the inside. I don't like it. You know, I could technically make it better, but I don't like it. It sucks. So I don't use it. Which, yeah, it seems like a waste of time, but it only took a month. It only took 800 Minecraft days. It only took almost 300 hours. Not much. Now, what's even cooler is underneath here is this. Underneath, you can see that right here, I didn't fill it in yet. But in here is another building. But this part is all iron blocks from that iron farm. All iron blocks. That iron farm makes so much that I could have made this whole thing in iron. And yeah, maybe I should live here. Move my whole base. There's not that much in my base anyway. I could probably put stuff in the water, but we'll see. Now the end of this world like has nothing, just an Enderman farm, so we don't need to see that. But what's really cool is just this Coliseum and that ocean monument. But as you can see, this world is nothing compared to the other one. But you know, in time, just little builds here and there, we'll get there. We'll get there. But I think we're definitely gonna have to expand these farms because these are really small. Definitely gonna have to remake a base, make a giant storage room, make some more cool builds too, get all the villages in here, and everything will be cool. Now I did build this Coliseum, and now that's the problem. I have this Coliseum for villagers, and well, the temple's freaking far away, man. But who cares? Maybe I can make it nether travel. Make it all fast. Maybe we connect it with some tubes, you know? There must be a way. And for some reason, there's an Enderman just in here. I don't know how he got in. And I don't know how he's supposed to leave. Because he can't teleport through glass. I don't know how he got in. He got in. And he's not leaving, ever. But that's the world I have right now. There's not much to show about it, except for the Colosseum and the giant ocean monument, but yeah. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the builds that you saw. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this world, because I definitely don't want to let it go to waste. I'll probably move into this mega base. But yeah, that's it. And I'ma see y'all.